2025 was a better year in many ways than 2024. And that makes sense because I feel like real estate it's all about market goes up, market goes down. The market is still going up. So we're further up this year than we were last year. So that's great. I feel that the deals have become increasingly difficult for a variety of reasons, a multitude of reasons, really. Divorce, less TLC across the board, less attention to detail across the board. And again, I don't want to vilify any particular, any member of the transaction and say, oh, it's all because of, these people, or it's all because of those people. I don't want to go into like scapegoating. I just think that a lot of these deals are coming in like sideways and on fire. Other takeaways, people are not necessarily approaching real estate, I think, with the enthusiasm and the excitement and the happiness that I used to see more of. There's still a lot of people that are high-fiving at the closing table and spiking the ball in the end zone, and those are the closings that keep you coming back. But it's also a source of worry for a lot of people. Again, I don't want this video to be negative because it's been a great year. I mean, every year is a great year. I always keep it positive, but I'd be a fool or in denial if I didn't at least recognize some of the things that are happening in real estate, certainly in New England. The level of difficulty on the transactions has increased so that we have to pay very close attention to these transactions and make sure that we don't let anything get by us. I'd also like to talk a little bit about our industry from an attorney standpoint. I would say change is the only constant. And that's a little bit of a kind of a hackneyed expression, but nevertheless, it's true. There has been a lot of change in 2025. I look around, a lot of the attorneys that I have traditionally practiced with have merged their practices into bigger practices. And a lot of those attorneys that I kind of came up the ranks with, a lot of my colleagues, have closed their practices and have joined bigger firms. We're still seeing that. So that's kind of interesting because I've not done that. My practice has grown, certainly my office has grown, but I haven't made that jump. So that's something that we'll be keeping an eye on. What's going to happen in our industry, not just with attorneys and title companies, what's happening with lenders. Lenders, there's some changes that are occurring there. What's happening with realtors? There are some changes that are occurring there. And there's some movement from, on the part of agents from one office to the next. So I guess it's really hard to sum it up in a word or two words, but I think change has been a big part of 2025. There have been a lot of changes. There have been changes to offices. There have been changes to the law regarding home inspections and real estate commissions. So it's been a year of change. It's been a good year. It's been a busy year. And I think that 2026 is going to be even better.